Good afternoon, everyone. Today we're going to talk about the last two medications. First one is Intuniv XR, or the generic name is Guanfacine. I've tried it with my doctor for a month. It did not work. It was just useless. But that's me. Talk to your doctor about it if he thinks that the non-stimulant might work in addition to maybe a stimulant that can help you ADHD to get that calmness in order to focus, less impulse control, and more executive functioning. All right, so what is it? It's a non-stimulant alpha-2 adrenergic receptor agonist. The active ingredient is guanfacine, which is not really heard of that much in ADHD treatment, even though it came out in 2010. That was approved by FDA. The indication is for attention span 6 to 12-year-old kids. All right, so what I really want to talk about, like I said, is hour by hour comparison. And I think it's really important for people that's on non-stimulant as well as XRs especially. So I spent time looking up the hours and stuff. Not that much time, but all right. So 0 to 1 hour, your absorption of guanfacine begins. Usually, there's no noticeable effect. 1 to 2 hours, early central nervous system and entry is the card. Subtle calming or slight drowsiness in some individuals. 2 to 4 hours. I didn't get the drowsy individual or subtle calming. No, not even. 2 to 4 hours, gradual rise in plasma levels, which leads to mild effects such as reduced hyperactivity and slight mental quietening. All right, 4 to 6 hours into it is continuous buildup of the medication. There's no sharp peak like other stimulants, or like stimulants, I mean. Increased emotional regulation and less impulsivity. 6 to 10 hours into it, the functional plateau begins. Wow, that's a very long time. Functional plateau begins by steady effects such as improved focus, consistency, and reduced reactivity. Sedation possibly can be present for some people, and it could be noticeable during this 6 to 10 hour window. 10 to 16 hours is your sustained therapeutic window, which is a very smooth, stable effect. No peaks, no crashes. Commonly covers school and evenings. 16 to 24 hours into it, I was actually taking 3 times a day, but it didn't work either way whatsoever. So 16 to 24 hours, gradual decline, residual calming effect may present into the next morning. So we've talked about that. Now, the clinical positioning is best for children and adolescents with sleep issues, aggression, or ADHD, or the patient is unable to tolerate stimulants or even pro-drugs. And that's why the guanfacine is the active ingredient, or obviously generic, compared to everything else like amphetamine, dextrol, as well as Vyvanse, which is obviously converted into dextroamphetamine in your body. So other than that, there we go. That's a very vague introduction. Not that many people is on it. It is still quite new, so a lot of doctors are still sort of, trial and error testing if it works or not. It works on a long-term basis, so it needs to be built up, and you can feel, apparently, that's what my doctor told me, you'll feel the effect maybe after 2 to 3 months. We didn't even get that far because it didn't work, and he knows that. So anyways, take care.